Hey, and welcome to another toot for the Daily Dose of Lumber. Those toots come out every Friday. Today we're going to take a look at lasers. Lasers can be used to activate machinery and logic, but they can also be used to lay out a grid or help you build. Like these townhouses are exactly 3 large floors wide, and when I was building them, I used the laser to mark out one end and another one to mark out the start of the next one. So that way I stayed in the constraints that I had set and it came out perfectly. Of course, when you do this, you have to make sure that the first one is correct. I did it when I laid out the roads, I marked out all my corners. So when I did my 3 roads and the sidewalks, I knew where to start and where to end. And they came out wonderfully. I haven't had any problems. So this is what happens when you use a little bit of foresight. And here's back when I first started. You can see I've got lasers up and it's marking out my sidewalks. And that really just to let me align everything across the whole plot. And again, I've recreated it here, but everything is lined up perfectly with corners and streets and sidewalks. And that's because I took about a day before I really started building to lay out grids and lay out lasers. Again, this is a little later in the vid, a little later in the build. But again, everything's lining up perfectly, which is just what you want. What did they say? Measure twice, cut once. So it was worth the day investment to get all these lasers laid out to show my starting points and where things converge, so that as I built, I had a plan and I knew where to start and end different aspects of the build. Now in the past, I've certainly freewheeled things, but this is a city, so a grid was important, and so it was worth the time to take the lasers to do this ahead of time, and that has really saved me a lot of trouble and second guessing and redoing things, because everything came out well the first time. Now you can also use them vertically to vertically align things. So I put them up on this balustrade here. And that can also show you that you're hitting the right heights. So look, the laser goes right across the top. And I did find this out when I was shooting this, that I had put in a small floor here, or smooth wall stub. Whereas on the other side, I used tiny floors. So the laser hit, and you can tell that's not correct. So I'll come back and fix that. This is over on my Miami build, and so when I was getting started, I'd take large floors and I gridded out, and I'll cover that more in a later video for how to get started on a full plot build. But again, I've used lasers to mark off the property lines, what my constraints were. This was going to be a 3 building build. I've got 1, but I've used lasers to mark off where this building stops. And on this side, there will be another building. And I've got a post down there to mark where the laser hits. Plus, it's not nice to shine lasers in your neighbor's plot. But this was very beneficial to get started. Now I've gone ahead and fixed these banisters, pulled out the small floors and put in the tiny floors. And now my laser goes all the way across the top. Everything's lined up and everything's the right height. So hopefully you'll find that lasers can be used for more than just logic. It's a good starting point. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much.